Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitbadger.com, out here to bring you another gear review, and today, talking boots. These guys right here, which are the Salomon Sua Sponte MkIII. So, what are they? They are a mid-height assault boot that is basically a collaboration between Salomon and U.S. Elite. And as to the name, Sua Sponte, basically in reference to the saying from the Ranger Regiment, 75th Ranger Regiment, Sua Sponte, do what I want to. Basically translates into of their own accord, which, yeah, they kind of go do their own thing sometimes. But they ended up partnering together and making these assault boots. Since I've had them probably a good 4 months or so ago, I've definitely put some miles on them. As far as features go, these are actually Gore-Tex lined, so waterproof membrane, which worked out quite well because the kind of first outing I took these on was a 3-day night vision course with AMTAC shooting up in North Idaho, more or less kind of beginning of winter. Really, really wet. Pretty much ended up raining on us quite a bit and a lot of time spent in mud. But through that, it was a good opportunity to actually get some reps in under nods, but at the same time, actually get to put these to use kind of how they were designed. Like, you could wear these on the street and go to Starbucks, but not really the intended application. So definitely enjoyed putting some time on them at that initial night vision course. After that, the weather continued to get colder and these continued to shine, whether it was short hikes, whether, again, out kind of cold weather and or rain, or moving into really cold weather and getting into snow. I actually wore these down on a hunting trip with my boys, and they might still have some blood on them from that adventure.
In the snow. All of ours are. At least mine are.
And then, kind of most recently, wore these again in another night vision course, this time not in rain, but in snow, and they performed great throughout pretty much that entire course.
Move. Right. Turn. Transition.
Overall, in pretty much everything I've done, whether it's the shooting courses, hiking, out there hunting, they've done a good job for me, even honestly just around town. I will say I do have kind of a love-hate relationship with Gore-Tex. They say, hey, it's breathable. Technically it probably is, but it doesn't breathe very well at all. So depending on where you are in your environment, that can be a good thing or not, because if it's really warm out, you put your feet in the air and they pretty much just sweat because it does not breathe very well. But if you're out in the rain, cold, or snow, it's definitely really nice. And the way the tongue comes up, these being kind of mid-height, basically that right there is the level of your Gore-Tex. So as long as you're not stepping in something deeper than that, you're usually pretty good to go as far as getting snow or anything else in there, which is pretty nice. I will say, kind of around town use and stuff like that, granted, I haven't gone too much into features, but one of the things they have is speed laces. So you essentially pull this, get it as tight as you want. This little piece slides down and basically keeps the laces secure. And then you tuck this into this little elastic pocket right there so you don't have anything hanging out. It's pretty handy. I will say, as I mentioned, kind of wear these around town sometimes, in part because one, they're easy to put on. Basically, you just slip your foot in there, and honestly, again, if I'm not going out into rain or snow, I don't even lace them up. So my feet can actually breathe when I'm wearing these around. Hopping out, even if there's snow, just hop out for a minute, go to the grocery store, whatever it is. It's actually nice. Like, they stay on your feet, plenty fine. And then when you need to lace them up, you can of course use the speed laces. Some people are a huge fan of speed laces. For me, I do like them, they're convenient, but I feel like I can usually get my laces tighter with kind of conventional laces. I feel like this kind of slides out a little bit, which, I mean, as it should and as it would. Otherwise, you would just be stuck and then have to do something. So there's definitely tension on here to keep this from becoming loose, but at the same time, there's not a ton of tension. So if you want something like really cinched down on your foot, speed laces might not be the ticket. Soles themselves are slip resistant, anti-static, puncture resistant, good depending on where you might be wearing them. And then on the inside, you have kind of this aggressive piece right here and pretty thick padding right there, which would probably work out perfect if you're gonna be fast roping. Keep from destroying your boots. They are made in Cambodia, which is good under fair trade or trade compliant, I guess it is, which is pretty good unless you want to support sweatshops. Price-wise, through U.S. Elite, about $200. Overall, I think honestly, really solid boot, and depending on what you're looking for, yeah, it does a great job. As I mentioned, for me, once it starts getting cold and wet, whether that's rain or snow, they do a really good job, especially really easy, quick to put on, easy to take off, coming in with mud or snow, also really handy. If you pick some up and have some experience with them, let me know how they've done for you. And if you'd like to support my content, I greatly appreciate it. Whether it's liking and sharing videos or going over to kitbadger.com, getting some stickers, K-Bat target pads, things like that, or purchasing shirts through Ballistic Ink or Teespring. And lastly, supporting me directly through Patreon. Really appreciate your guys' support over there. Helps me go out, create more content for you guys. And over there on Patreon, we also have a Discord set up. So if you have questions, happy to answer them. Probably not down below in the comments, but I'm active over there on Discord. And usually you get to see videos before they're released. But at any rate, as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.